Hey everybody, it's Nancy Norbeck. I'm back with this week's Creative Pep Talk, and this time I want to talk to you about not ignoring yourself. Now, this may sound like a strange thing because you're you. How can you ignore yourself? Well, the fact of it is, we do it all the time. Lord knows I've done it as much as anybody. I still do it. It's so easy because we get so focused on everything that's going on around us and everyone else around us, whether that's work, family, whatever might be going on in our lives, whatever the current crisis is, domestic crisis, the car's not functioning, the air conditioning is broken, whatever it is. And we totally forget about ourselves. We totally ignore ourselves and the things that matter to us. Now, one of the biggest ways to ignore yourself is to ignore your creative work. And I don't like the word work in this situation because ideally we're doing our creative stuff because we love it. But I feel like calling it anything else doesn't really give it enough credit. And calling it play, it is play if you're doing it right, I suppose, but it can also sound silly. So for now, we're going to call it creative work. But maybe we'll call it a creative call. That sounds better. The point is, those are the things that call to us. They call to our soul and our spirit. That is not to say that your job may not also be a kind of calling, or that your family is not important, or that taking care of your broken car is not pretty important too. But the thing is, we tend to get so caught up in all of those things because they seem so big and so important that we forget to take the 5 minutes for ourselves to sit down and just write a quick little haiku, or put some paint on paper, do a sketch, take a couple of photos. It doesn't matter what it is. You know what your thing is. What matters is that we get to it. And, sometimes we think of it as giving a gift to ourselves, but that also sounds like a special occasion kind of thing. And this is something we should be doing as regularly as possible, not only because it means that we're paying attention to ourselves and the things that really matter to us on a soul level, on top of all the other things that are important, but because even 5 minutes a day is enough to keep you in that creative frame of mind that makes continuing to create so much easier. And when you end up in that frame of mind, then things start coming to you and you just, frankly, you feel better because you're actually getting to that thing that lets you express what's going on. Because let's face it, when the air conditioning's broken, your kids are screaming, your boss is angry, and your car doesn't work, probably you're totally forgetting all of the things that make you feel good about life. And you need that 5 minutes to remind yourself that there's more to life than just those outside circumstances. And you need a way to express what's going on with you, whether that is a conscious choice or just in how you frame a photo. Even if it's on your phone while you're going for a walk, doesn't matter. It's still a creative activity. It's still answering that call. So think about it. There's a reason that I'm talking about it as ignoring yourself. It's so easy, especially for women, because we are programmed from birth to put everybody else ahead of us. But it's where your sanity lives. And sometimes when all of those things are getting to you, your sanity is what you need. And you don't realize that one of the quickest ways to give yourself a mental and emotional break is to take just 5 minutes to go and do that thing that's calling to you. Writing a poem, drawing a picture, singing a song, doing a dance, whatever it is. Now, obviously, you can go for more than 5 minutes, but usually when you're stressed out and you really need to pay attention to yourself and what's calling to you, there's a reason you're stressed out, and that reason is taking up a lot of your time. But most of us can find 5 minutes to do the thing that we're called to do. And 5 minutes, honestly, is all it takes. 5 minutes a day beats an hour every other week. That may sound crazy, but the fact is that an hour every other week means that you can't build up that continuous momentum that you can, even if it's only 5 minutes a day. 5 minutes a day puts your whole creative mind in a different place that will work way better for you. So for this week, If you'd like to journal about this, I'd just ask myself, what's getting in the way? Why am I ignoring myself? How can I make it easier not to ignore myself? How can I make it easier to find 5 minutes for myself? And otherwise, see if you can't find that 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes for yourself. I promise you it'll make a difference, and I would love to hear how it makes a difference for you and what you discover if you give this a try. So that's your assignment. Good luck. And with that, I will see you next time.